everyone, welcome back to my channel. Daniel here from Golden Finds, and today is Friday. So that means that today's video is going to be a feature Friday. So what is in store for today's video? So today I'm actually going to be giving you guys a little bit of information about one thrift stores, and it's going to be centered among Goodwill Industries. So as you guys know, I'm a big thrifter, so I thought, why not give a little bit of information about how my favorite store started, because I absolutely love thrifting and I love going to Goodwills. And also I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top favorite things to buy thrifted. So these are things that I recommend that you guys do not buy full retail price at the store, you know, the big box stores like Target, Walmart, etc. These are my kind of like recommendations. Again, these are more things that I would buy at the thrift store if I needed to. Again, these are all ideas that I am sharing with you guys. It may not be your cup of tea, but I just wanted to go ahead and kind of like give you guys ideas of what items you could get at the thrift store instead of having to go buy them new. And you guys can save yourself some either little dollars, big dollars, depending on what, how much these items cost new at the store than if you were to find it at the thrift store. Now, again, I know that a lot of you may or may not have the best of luck when thrifting at your thrift stores, wherever you guys may live, but it never hurts to check out what your thrift store may have. You never know. You might be able to find things there that you were looking for, and you're going to find them for definitely a fraction of the price than you would get them new in store. Again, this is not everybody's cup of tea, and that's absolutely fine. You guys are definitely entitled to buy whatever you guys want, but these are just ideas and suggestions that I have as a thrifter that you guys can go out and check in your store to see if you can find these items. Now, of course, before we get on with all the fun, if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you guys like Done thrifting, estate sales, hauls, shopping, decorating, Halloween and Christmas, and vintage, this is definitely the channel for you. I do welcome you guys to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you guys have your notification bell on so you're notified of all my weekly videos. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much, you guys, for again coming back and always supporting me here on my channel. And I wanted to go ahead and give a quick shout out to my wonderful and amazing friend Celeste. I cannot thank you so much. Like, I cannot. The excitement when I opened your package, my wonderful friend Celeste. First of all, you do such beautiful cards, you guys. She does amazing with cards. Thank you so much. Absolutely loved it when I saw that it was a Done card. Absolutely beautiful what is on the inside. I absolutely love it. She knows that I love Disney, and this was just absolutely beautiful. I love the lenticular picture of Tiana and Belle. They are absolutely my favorite princesses, so I loved seeing this, and it's full of so many beautiful things that I absolutely love. So thank you so much, Celeste, for sending that to me. I even love the envelope. It has a throwback vintage picture of the Beauty and the Beast movie. Oh, this brings me back so many memories. But I wanted to also share with you guys the lovely item that she sent me. She sent me measuring cups. These are Done measuring cups. I cannot. Celeste, you really are my measuring cup angel. I have never had any luck finding measuring cups for Done in store, so I want to thank you for sending these, and you have sent me other ones as well, so you really are my Done measuring cup angel. So thank you so much. I appreciate it for always thinking of me, and I really appreciate our friendship, and just you are such a wonderful person. So I am sending you love, hugs, and kisses from California, my friend. So I just wanted to share with you guys for that lovely magic mail that I received from Celeste. So thank you so much, my friend. So let's go ahead and get started with the history first of Goodwill Industries. So just a few key things that I want you guys to keep in mind for these facts that I'm about to share with you. Now, I know that some of you may not like Goodwill. I know it's not everyone's store to go to. It just kind of varies. A lot of people love thrifting at Goodwill. I know that there's some people that don't like it. They'd rather go to like a mom and pop store or a different kind of thrift store. As we know, like here in California, there's so many mom and pop thrift stores. Goodwill is like definitely one of the bigger ones here. There's Savers, there is a Salvation Army, and in Northern California and Southern California, of course, there's Goodwill. And again, there's a bunch of different organizations, but definitely Goodwill is one of the big known ones throughout the US. So, and again, this may not be your cup of tea. You may not like thrifting at Goodwill. I absolutely love it. I enjoy all the finds and just everything that I come across. And it's really crazy because I find some amazing things, and you guys have seen it in my previous videos that I have shared with hauls, and it's such a thrill. It really is such a thrill finding stuff. And I figured, you know what, I don't really know the history of like how Goodwill industry started, so I wanted to give you guys a little bit of backstory about how one of my favorite stores, of course, started. So it was actually founded by, which I'll go ahead and add a picture here, by Reverend Edgar Helms in Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts in 1902. It was not officially Goodwill until a few years later when they actually coined the word Goodwill. But a lot of people, you know, they like to say that that's like where it started. But the term Goodwill didn't actually get coined until 1915. So 1915 is when the word Goodwill started popping up in actual stores. But more or less, it started in 1902. So how did it actually start? So Reverend Edgar Helms was the founding father of Goodwill, is what is known to be. So basically with the help of his congregation, so he had people that would go around town into the wealthy areas and kind of like gather items from more wealthy families and people that were discarding them. So what they would do then is gather all of these items, take them back into their shop, and either fix them or mend them or, you know, polish them, whatever they had to do to get these items to be brand new or brand new like, and be able to sell them for profit. So Reverend Helm started to do this because he started noticing that, you know, this was during the era of the 1900s. We're kind of heading into the direction of the Great Depression. But before that, he started noticing, you know, as a lot of immigrants were coming over to America, a lot of them were not given jobs. They were not given the opportunity to look for jobs because, of course, they were being judged because they were not from America. So they didn't have clothing, they didn't have food, they didn't have money. So he wanted to help these people that were coming in and, you know, they didn't have clothing, food, a job. So he thought, you know, okay, let's go ahead and gather up these people, help them out, and be able to give them the tools that they needed in order to be able to survive here in America. So then he started gathering people, hiring them to go out and buy these, not buy these items, get these donations from families that were more wealthier, and they were throwing them out, and they started, you know, to gather them up, and they would go and fix them and mend them and make them repairable, make them good again so that someone else could buy them again. And again, those profits would go into paying them and, you know, for them to be able to use for a living life. And that is awesome because, again, it was like, you know, giving them the tools that they needed in order to succeed here in America. So it was really wonderful of Reverend Helm to do that, and started, you know, he started developing more and more and more, and more people started getting more involved, that he was able to open up a few more Goodwill stores, and that's where it started to take off. Now, of course, there's a lot, you know, of things out there, which I'm going to be doing a separate video one day on a Feature Friday, that they're kind of like misconceptions of thrifting. And that's going to be definitely a very interesting one because there's definitely a lot of things that, you know, people either think or say when it comes to thrifting. And I know a lot of people right at the very top of their mind say, you know, if you're thrifting, then that means you can't afford to pay items, you know, that you can't afford to buy new, which is absolutely not correct in any way. Because again, thrifting is not only meant for one type of social class. It's definitely for everyone, whether you make a lot of money or you don't make a lot of money. Everyone can do thrifting, and it's not only classified to one specific group. It can be for everyone. So that one is going to be a very interesting video, you guys, that I'm going to do a lot of research on, and I cannot wait to share that one with you. So you may be asking, this is out in Boston, Massachusetts. How did it end up out in Los Angeles, you know, in California? So the very first store in Southern California, the first Goodwill, was established by Catherine Higgins, who would collect goods and sell them in the heart of Los Angeles. So she actually came to California with her mother, and they started, you know, this, again, kind of like bringing the ideas of Goodwill to Los Angeles to create the first Goodwill store. And they would do the same thing. They would sell the goods for a profit and be able to help the community and everyone who worked with them. As far as Orange County Goodwill, here where I live, the very first store opened in 1924, and it was as a branch of the Los Angeles Goodwill that was based in Southern California. Now for this part of the video, again, these are things that I want to share with you guys that I recommend that you check out at your local thrift store before you head into the big box store. Again, these are more of my opinions, and that's absolutely fine if you guys do not agree on these items, but I did want to go ahead and share that with you guys. And these are my top things to look at the thrift store before buying retail. So I hope that you guys enjoy this. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Would you buy these items if you were to find them at the secondhand store? Or are you like, no, Daniel, absolutely not. I will just pay full price for a new item. And that is absolutely fine, you guys. You don't have to agree with any of these items, but definitely be on the lookout. If you're ever looking for any of these items, check out your thrift store first, because you're going to be saving yourself a good few amount of dollars. Our very first item is glass vases, or any type of vase in that fact. If you guys are looking for something to spruce up your home, or if you want to bring in, you know, real flowers, or you can also use these for fake flowers, of course, but I definitely recommend that you guys check out your thrift store. They have so many variations in different sizes and shapes and in colors, and there's definitely something here. These always are plenty at thrift stores, and they're usually inexpensive. Next is baskets. Baskets, you guys, please check your thrift store first. They are always so full of them. Again, the same thing. They come in various sizes and shapes and colors and materials, and they're usually, again, very inexpensive. And you guys, you can find so many different types of baskets. Some are newer, some are more older, some are vintage, some are name brand, and there's just like a huge variety, and you will not go wrong when it comes to thrifting a basket. Next is wreaths. So there are a huge variety of wreaths when I thrift, and they're all in different seasons. Some of them are from stores, like I get a lot of Target ones. Some of them are DIY that someone made and donated. So I definitely recommend that you guys check out for a wreath, either one to use as is, or if you want to spruce up one, you don't want to buy a new one, just buy a thrifted one, and you can definitely DIY it into whatever season or decor need that you are looking for to decorate for your home. Mugs or coffee mugs. Mugs are aplenty at the thrift store, you guys, and they actually also come in new, so you can find them new if they are from stores or if they're also used from people donating them. You can't go wrong with a mug. You can simply just wash it. As you can see, some of these are brand new. I do get a lot of Target mugs at my Goodwills, but you can't go wrong with buying a mug at the thrift store. And again, they're inexpensive, very cheap, and you can find a huge variety, and sometimes even some of them come in sets. holiday decor. Of course, you can't go wrong with thrifting holiday decor. So the thrift stores usually always carry different holidays all year round: Christmas, Halloween, Easter, 4th of July, you name it, almost every holiday. And usually Christmas and Halloween are the ones that are the most stocked because those are the ones that people really decorate more. So I really recommend that you guys check out your thrift stores. You might find some really amazing things. I have found a lot of new things with tags. I have also found a lot of used items that were donated, but they were still very beautiful and intact and in shape, and they still had a lot of life in them. So definitely check out your thrift store because you can find a lot of cool decor for your holiday needs. Plant pots. So there are definitely a lot of plant pots that you can find at the thrift store. If you're looking for something simple and you don't want to spend too much money, then definitely check out your thrift store. You're going to find a lot of different sizes and shapes and colors that will definitely work out for your plant needs. And next is wall art or picture frames. So thrift stores carry such a huge variety of either picture frames, if you're looking for a picture frame for a photo, or if you're looking for any type of wall art, you're going to definitely find a huge variation of different art styles, different frames, different colors, different sizes, different, just in overall a huge variation of different items that you guys will find. I always look for different art frames, or if I'm looking for something in specific, I usually am able to find it. You can always, change it up and use something that you find at the thrift store and make it the way that you want to, and you will find a huge variety of art as well. And again, it's going to be cheaper, it's going to be cheaper than you buying it brand new in store. So that is the big emphasis of this video, you guys, is that you can definitely find a lot of items that are going to be less pricey than if you were to buy them new in store. Usually, most of the times, the items that do end up at a thrift store are still in really good shape. You just have to make sure that you look at the item and observe it and make sure that it will work for your needs, and make sure it doesn't have too much damage. A lot of people are okay with not minding that it may have a little bit of damage, but again, that is all up to you guys and what you will need it for. But definitely check out your thrift store. You're going to find a lot of cool items for your home needs. Hair dryers or hair beauty tools. So this one you have to be very careful, you guys. One, you have to test them out at the thrift store. They usually do have a return policy for electronics. I needed a hair dryer for Bella because I bathe her, so definitely this was an easy way to get an inexpensive hair dryer. But definitely make sure that you guys also clean these. You don't want to use a dirty tool. You still have to be very hygienic about it. Next is candles. You guys, I have found such a large variation of candles at Goodwill. This is my personal collection, which, as you guys can see, I have become very obsessed. I find a lot of Bath and Body Works candles. Some of them are all brand new, some of them are halfway used. So you just have to kind of outweigh the price, if it makes sense to buy it, if it's half of the candle, is it still worth it, depending on the price tag of it. That is the end of today's video, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Feature Friday. Let me know in the comments below what were your thoughts on today's video. I really recommend that you guys check out your thrift stores. You just never know what you're going to find. So definitely always hit them up first before you go into a big box store. You will definitely find a lot of things there. You may be looking for them at, at a retail store. So why not pay less if they're still in good condition? And of course, you guys will have to go into the thrift store, make a good, choice whether or not this will work for you. Is it better just to buy it new? Because of course, as we know, pricing in Goodwills and other thrift stores vary. My prices may not be the same as yours are in your town. So it just kind of, weigh out what is better for you to do. Is it better to buy thrifted or go to a big box store? I am always for thrifting. It depends again on the item that you're looking for. If you need it now and ASAP and you can't wait to hit up a few thrift stores to see if you find the right item, then definitely go ahead and pay the full price. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I have done that as well. I don't always go into the thrift store. It just kind of depends on the item. If it's going to be a lot more easier for me just to buy it at a big box retail store, then it just makes more sense for me to do that. But definitely the thrift store is always my first place to go. So I hope that, again, you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you guys are hitting that like button, as it really helps out my channel. And again, thank you so much, Celeste. Thank you for the measuring cups. I really appreciate it. They are perfect. I cannot wait to use them for my hutch decor when I transition into my normal routine basics for Rae Dunn. And I won't do anything again until probably 4th of July, because I'm going to be doing Easter in spring, so that's also coming up on my channel, you guys. And then I'll transition into basics after the 4th of July holiday. So until next time, you guys, this is Daniel from Golden Finds. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you as always for stopping by. Bye, everyone.